So, Bud Light, I finally have you in my grasps, and you can bow down to me.
I will never bow down to you, even though you are the king of beers.
But I am the king, and you must bow down to me.
No, I will never bow down to you, though sometimes I feel the strange urge to bow down to you.
Of course you do. Light beers always feel the urge to bow down to money and power, and I have both, and you know it.
No, no.
Hey, what are you doing to little Bud Light? Take that, triple hop. Hey, what'd you do to my friend? Same thing I'm going to do to you, Coors Light. Now that we are alone, you can bow down to me.
No, I never will.
Yes, you will.
No.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes,
Jay!
no. What?
The king of beers is on the phone and wants to talk to you.
Knock next time, knock.
Okay.
Did you see anything?
No, I did not see you playing with your beers again.
Alright, for tonight's beer review, we are finally going to deal with the 800-pound elephant sitting in the room. Been reviewing budget beers for over 6 months now, and have been avoiding the king of beers like the plague. First of all, why is this the king of beers? Well, maybe we'll find out tonight, because in all honesty, I was probably 13 years old the last time I had one of these. Excuse me, 21 years old. Officially, the last time I had one. And I really don't remember it being good, but it was my first beer, and I really had no taste for beer at that point in my life. So anyway, a couple of questions beforehand. Is he the king of all beers or just American beers? Well, he was bought out by InBev in 2009, and they're in 5 continents or something. Does that make him the king of all beers? What about homebrews? Are homebrews just barbarians at the king's gates waiting to storm in and fill the world with their hoppy goodness? These are all questions I have about the king of beers. Anyway, I digress. Let's get on with the review. Budweiser scores an impressive 59 from Beer Advocate, making it the 71st from the bottom as far as beer tastes go. It clocks in at 5% ABV, and it is made with rice, and a lot of it. About 30% of the malt bill is rice. Other than that, it uses grain and hops and some strange beechwood aging process where they boil the beechwood in sodium bicarbonate for 7 hours to remove all flavor of the wood so it doesn't contaminate the beer, and they krausen it to lessen the off flavors from yeast, and very complicated. There's lots of information on Budweiser, and it's all seems rather silly. It seems like they're going so far to make a perfect beer that it's just gotten ridiculous with their techniques. But anyway, that being said, let's crack it open and see if it's any good. As I said, it's been 2 decades since I've had one of these, unofficially. It's very light in color, pours to a slight head that is probably be gone before I get done describing the head. No lacing whatsoever. Let's give it a smell. That has the least scent of any beer I've ever smelled. Really, it smells like a glass of water. Maybe my sniffer's broke. I don't know. I find that amazing. There's no malt. There's no alcohol. There's no hops. There's almost absolutely nothing there. Now let's see what it tastes like. It's kind of tinny, mixed with a little rusty nails. It's a hair sweet and somewhat smooth. Yeah, it's drinkable. So's a glass of water, and they're not far apart. I guess you would get drunk off of this, but that's about it. I'm having a hard time saying anything bad about it because, frankly, it doesn't taste. I can't say anything good about it either, though, because, again, it doesn't taste. Why on earth would this be called the king of beers? I've had smoother beers. I've had tastier beers. I've had stronger beers. I've had hoppier beers. This beer is so boring and bland. I don't know why on earth it would be crowned king. It's time for him to be dethroned. That being said, maybe his kingly proportions are from his chug ability. So, let me top it off. I really honestly don't see this one not being able to be chugged, as it really has no flavor. Nothing to really turn you off. It's not super duper carbonated. It should go down pretty easy. So, bottoms up. Here we go. Maybe that's it. The king does chug pretty easy. If nothing else, I can say good about the beer. Chug's pretty easy. The aftertaste isn't too awful horrible, though there is a tinniness there, but not nearly as bad as some other beers I've chugged. And other than that, it went down smooth and easy. And not even a whole lot of carbonation afterwards to speak of. So, that being said, Budweiser, although not kingly, not horrible either. Have a good night.